That's radio. Yeah, we're stealing your airwaves. And what are you gonna do about it?
Whoa, here we are, Wheaton, Illinois. Jake Blues coming to you with WGTV, and I'm not trying to get into the whole Batman and Robin thing here, but holy twisted Santa Claus! Come on over here, look what we got here. It's Santa with black eyes. This is the Santa I grew up with. I don't know about the rest of you, but you know, in Joliet, this is what we see. And Sal Lizard, why don't you tell me more about like what our listeners and everything, our watchers, what, why, and how?
Well, what happened was I was an IT guy until about 10 years ago. I lost my job and decided to reinvent myself as an actor. They told me, you're too old, too fat, and too ugly to be an actor. I didn't listen, and I'm kind of stubborn that way. And so since then, I've been in over 36 films, mostly horror films, a few big budget films, and I started coming to horror conventions because they had me come to sign autographs, and then people kept going, what's Santa doing at a horror convention? So since I had the lenses and I had the teeth, I put him in one day and made the vampire Santa, and he's been popular ever since. And it's actually my #1 most popular character. Wow. And in this case, it's kind of interesting. The character came before the film. There's 2 movies being developed right now around that character.
Nice.
And a comic book strip.
So success through reinvention in today's economy, you know, and it's like, you can do it too, but not this. This is being done. You have to create your own vampire holiday character. Tooth Fairy, maybe. You know, that would be good. Then you can have a team up.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's a movie. Right there, Tooth Fairy vampire teaming up with evil vampire Santa. All right, only at WGTV you got the scoop. I'm kidding, you know. Okay. Anyway, you know, this is really cool. I mean, all kidding aside and all that, you know, to go through like such a reinvention and to have people tell you you can't, and you're like, no, I can, and I'm gonna do it my way.
What's really funny is now I run into guys that I went to high school and college with. And they say to me, they go, we watch you on Facebook and you travel all over the place and we see you with all these women and stuff. And how can you do that at your age? And I go, what do you mean at my age? I'm still pretty young. And they go, well, yeah, but you know, you have a lot of energy for some. I go, you know what? You assholes grew up. I didn't.
There you go.
I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm.
The truth of the matter is I found that I was a very concrete thinker when I was working with computers. But when I got into acting, I was surrounded suddenly by a lot of creative people. And it allowed me to, basically I tell people that now my job is playing dress up and make believe. And the secret to youth is, well, I tell people all the time, I'm only as old as the women I'm filling. And most of the actresses I work with are in their 20s.
Well, you know, you know, I think this is the perfect way of closing this interview. Guys like us, we live in our own Neverland. Mm-hmm. We will never grow up, and we will keep dressing up for as long as people will come and see us, and even a couple years after that, right?
Right.
Because it's great, it's for us, and now it's for you at WGTV. All right, here we are back again, Jake Blues, still in Wheaton, of course. It's not yet 4 o'clock in the morning, but according to my watch, we're getting pretty close. And we are here with, I got it. You know how the spooky guy over there was like spooking me out? I can't look this way, or else I won't be able to sit down for 3 weeks. I bet you get that a lot. All right, and like I said before, Elwood, why don't you do a really quick one? I want all of these, 2 copies, and charge to Elwood Blues. Charge it to him. All right. Hi, Michelle Shields.
How you doing?
Actress, model. Is there more?
There can be. I've been known to sing, dance, do a little bit of everything.
See, you got to put all that out there.
Yeah, I try.
Well, all right. So tell us seriously on the more serious note, if we can find one.
Okay.
Tell me about you.
Oh Well, like you said, actress model. I'm from the Chicagoland area. I've been doing this for past, I don't know how many years, 10 years or so. I do a lot of independent films. I've done studio films. My newest film, Frankenstein Day the Beast, is actually going to be hitting stores October 17th, so I'm really excited about that. I've been telling everybody about that today.
Yeah.
I've done films, shorts, I've done TV work, theater, do a little bit of everything.
Wow. So you're just like, you know, you get your hand on a gig, take it, kind of like us.
Yeah, I'm pretty picky about the stuff that I will actually work on, because I have to actually want to be a part of it. I'm not just going to take a job just because it's a job.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy what I do. So anytime that I can, you know, do what I love, I'm on it.
That's great. That's great. And it looks like you got, no pun intended, quite a body of work going on here. Is this a comic of you?
Yes. Comic book divas. They take actresses and models and their likenesses and use them in comic books. So this is one of a few that I'm actually in, called Deadly Threads. Great job that they've done on the likeness of it. They have me as a superhero. They have me as, you know, a teenager that gets possessed by a t-shirt. Got me as vampires. I'll tell you, it's nice to be a vampire in a comic book, because you don't have to clean the blood off of you. You know?
At the end of the day, at the end of the shoot. And,
it's a really easy gig, I'll tell you.
This is great. I love this picture, because at first I glanced over and I'm like, God, that looks kind of like Fortress of Solitude. And then I'm, you know, you're looking a little closer and you ignore the, oh, she's naked wrapped in something. Oh my God, it's Superman. You're like the hotter Lois Lane, or the hottest Lois Lane they've had so far.
Yeah,
that's great. That's a really cool shot.
I got kicked out of the Fortress of Solitude. He caught me with Batman. It's a long story, but you know, at least I got his cape. So
kind of like Elwood and Green Arrow, but we won't go there. not this story. Okay.
What are you talking about?
So you have like a website that people can go to?
Yeah, definitely. TheMichelleShields.com. So I keep it pretty easy.
Yeah, just like the sign back there, if I were paying attention, says TheMichelleShields.com. Pay attention. It's the details. TheMichelleShields.com. Okay, and on a more side comedic note, because I've been doing this very straight.
Yes.
You know, I haven't tried to make any jokes at all.
Not at all.
Is this your agent?
No, he's my bodyguard.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, if he's not an agent, he's a bodyguard. Elwood, take a shot of the bodyguard. All right. Now, you got a good shot? Okay. You'll be looking for him if I'm in jail. Find him. All right? I'm being serious, WGTV. And we'll be back with a whole lot more right here at Wheaton Comic-Con, or the Flea Market Comic-Con, our first, but definitely not our last. Flea Market and a Comic-Con. All right. And we are back, and I'm here with Booth Brothers. If you're a Sci-Fi Channel watcher or chiller, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. And we have a brother.
And I'm with a brother.
Yes, we're both, and we are Blues and Booth Brothers.
Yes.
My brother's over there.
Mean strike. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride.
So tell me a little bit more, or tell me a lot more. Tell me all you want to tell me about. You guys have got a lot going on.
We have like 7 titles now on Sci-Fi and Chiller. A couple of films on Sony, a couple on Lionsgate. And we do horror movies, and we do paranormal and supernatural documentaries. And basically, it's just pretty creepy because we shoot it in the real locations with the real people, and we use, you know, if we get ghosts, they're in it. And the stars of our show on like television, you know, silly ghost shows, is the stars of our show are the ghosts and the locations and what really happened. And it has a lot of powerful story. It's like an emotional roller coaster. It's scary. You also feel tender about it because when you meet the older people that went through it and a lot of tragedy happened and that, you feel for them. And it's a rewarding thing, especially when the whole family, the grandmother and the kid, can all sit down together and enjoy your film. That's great.
So you're getting, I mean, you're doing the paranormal, you know, study and searches and stuff, but you're also taking it in the emotional direction more than just the, what was that? And you turn and there's nothing there. You know, because a lot. You see a lot of that.
Did you feel that? Is that cold? That's cold. I'm not cold. Is it cold?
Did you feel that?
Did you see? Oh God, we didn't have the camera rolling. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. Are we all green?
Yeah.
Are we shooting in green right now?
Yeah.
Because we should be. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't shoot at night. We do a little night vision.
Right.
We refuse to, and we're lucky because we go in there. But you understand, in these TV shows, if I don't got a ghost in 20 minutes, find me one. You know, we go into these locations for weeks. I mean, weeks. The Death Tunnel, if you've seen Death Tunnel.
I have not seen
Death Tunnel's about Waverly Sanatorium, who has a tunnel where 500 body chute goes down there where they slid 63,000 bodies from tuberculosis, hidden so the morale of the hospital would not see all these people being discharged as death, but being discharged as getting better. They didn't know. So we spent like 18 hours alone in that death tunnel for 3 years in and out of that hospital, documenting the evidence, the history, finding if there's any patients left alive at all, doctors, staff, and that's so we put a lot of time in those stories.
Yeah.
The story matters.
And yeah, and that's what makes between like we were saying, kind of making fun of just a little bit ago, these, you know, half-assed, shot together ghost story shows, and then something that really makes it interesting to watch.
Well, paranormal investigation has changed. Real paranormal investigation, especially from '73, we did an interview with Barry Taft, who's the real parapsychologist of The Entity.
Oh.
If you remember the movie The Entity
Yes,
in
I
the
do.
80s? A really scary film. Well, he gave me the real evidence, and that's pretty cool to interview a parapsychologist from '73. That's before all the K2 meters, KY meters, oops, K to say that word, KY meters, all those meters went down. And also, with paranormal investigators really did it. Now they're like this. Look at me.
Right.
You know, I'm good looking, and that's it. And it's kind of like they're like all think they're in the Scorpions or something, you know. And it's not the way it is. You'll have the T-shirts with their logos on, and it's all this bullshit.
It's more marketing than it is research.
Well, yeah, but nobody's even buying it anymore. That's what they're still even. I buy and sell to Sci-Fi and to the networks. So when you're acquiring, half the stuff these people are pumping out is so low end, they don't even look at it anyway.
Right.
So, you know.
Well, that's, you know, it's great. So I definitely want to say to all of the WGTV watchers and anybody else who happens to be just walking by.
Well, what we're going to do is give you guys a brand new copy of our new title, The Unseen, which is kind of the best of everything, but it also is what was cut out of all our films. The networks did not want you to see. And then we go in depth of how we filmed it and what really happened.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh, and all I've got is a card with a bunch of scribbling on it together.
Don't forget it.
Oh, okay, see, there you go. See, that's what these, you know, these
I should have
people who
waited
made it
for
are
the
like.
deal.
You should have waited for the deal. All right, well, you know what? Thank you very much. Great meeting you. And if you get a chance, check them out on Chiller, on Sci-Fi.
And on www.spookedtv.com, SPOOKEDTV.com. All the time there, it's uncut. So there
That's
you go.
right. And maybe someday they'll haunt me at the chateau. They'll try to find me.
Bye.
Matt back here at the all-night flea market, and I'm about ready to introduce you to one of the buffest guys here that's selling some holistic medicine that's gonna make you thin. It's gonna make you fit. He's trying to keep all of us nerds into the, you know what I mean? Trying to keep all of us fit and staying alive as long as we can. Why don't we give it over to, what's your name, sir?
Brett.
Brett. And here is Brett.
Hi, my name is Brett, certified personal trainer, and some of the products we have here are by a company called Nutrilite. They're actually a company that invented the multivitamin over 70 plus years ago. All natural, all organic. We've got products that have a 6-month full money back guarantee. That means you could try the products out. If they don't work for you, call the company, call the corporation up, send the products back, and they'll give you all your money back, full money back, no questions asked.
We are coming out with a new kids multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement in September. It's grape flavored Pop Rocks. It gives you 18 essential vitamins and minerals. Here's a quick shot of it. Coming soon. It comes in a 30-day supply.
Huh.
So a packet a day.
A packet a day
For
keeps your kids happy.
Keeps the kids happy, healthy.
Good stuff.
Grape flavored Pop Rocks.
here. Take
Take a quick swig of that.
That's good.
I got one.
Okay.
The product we have here is called Fruits and Vegetables to Go. So when you don't have time to, get whatever, stop at the gas station, you could bring this with you, put it in your pocket. You put it in 16 ounces of a water bottle. Gives you 2 servings of fruits and vegetables, or at least the antioxidant equivalent. All you do is twist the top off, squeeze it in the bottle just like that. You might not even need to give it a shake. Shake it up, maybe swirl it a little bit. The flavor is mango citrus.
Whoa!
It's got a strong flavor, huh?
Dude, I'm keeping this. All right, that's good stuff right there.
Comes in a box of 20 for $20, so around $1 a piece. 5 calories, can't beat that.
Right on. Matt's back here, and we're over at the Wheaton, Illinois all-night flea market. Now, this is a great spot right here. I'm gonna wreck your bat cave. Tell me a little bit about what you're producing here. What is this?
Well, actually, I make custom Halloween masks. That's what I started out doing. And taking those high-end products out to shows, I found that you can't always generate enough business to support what going out and promoting yourself. So I got into doing the shirts, and I've always had just odd ideas, and I just started slamming them on shirts, and that has actually taken off and been fairly, I'd say, more lucrative in general than the masks themselves.
Right.
But again, the masks are more like a high-end custom thing that I do for a lot of the costumers and things like that.
So you bring a lot of masks to different Comic-Cons and things like that, and unfortunately we don't have any to show off today.
Don't have any
because
here.
What, did you sell out last week? How'd you do last week?
Yeah, well, actually, I didn't have any masks for Wizard last week either. This is the time of year where I sell out pretty quickly. People are ordering things from me custom. Up and now through Halloween, it's pretty hard for me to keep anything actually on shelf because I do actually make it all myself. So I don't have a backlog inventory. I don't have some big truckload of stuff. It's what I hand make. I bring out to the show and I sell that.
Right. And all of this is just spoofs on different cartoons combined with what, superheroes?
Yeah, I've basically taken all the stuff from my childhood and doing mashups. I like to, Star Wars and Doctor Who, Transformers and Watchmen, Red Skull and Energy Drinks, Family Guy and Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
The most recent one did the God of Thunder Buddies, which has gone over very well.
Right. And we got buttons over here, 1 million buttons, tiny little things. Can I grab one of these?
Certainly. Yeah, the buttons are the perfect thing for the kid because as these shows have gone on for years and the economy has kind of tanked, you have to have a lower end product to be able to have, for the kids to get. Plus, people do laps around the show over and over again trying to find something that's affordable. And unfortunately, a lot of these things, $20 is your lowest item, so you can't really load up and get souvenirs for people. But the buttons are a perfect item. You can get 20 buttons for about $15 and make all your friends back home think you were thinking about them.
Master Shake. Who doesn't want a Master Shake button? Now, your kid makes these?
Yes.
How old is your kid?
He is 13.
13.
I had to think about that. He's almost 13. He's on the verge of 13.
13, making money like his pa.
Yes.
This is great stuff. It's really nice to meet you.
Very good to meet you, Matt. The one thing I did want to talk about a little bit about the shows and
sure.
The trends that have been going on, like Wizard and Dragon Con. Vendors like us are the bread and butter. We support where the base money comes from to fuel these shows, to bring in the celebrities to do things. Unfortunately, on the back end, we tend to suffer the most because the more celebrities that they bring in, the higher end celebrities, people are paying $500, $600 for these packages to get autographs done. And then the vendors that have filled the room, there's no energy and money left for those guys that came in. It's a bad trend. It's actually better shows that have like a good solid B-list set of actors rather than this top, A-list set of actors. And it's a weird dynamic. But the bigger the shows get, it typically gets the worse for the vendors. So ironically, you'll find a better profit turnaround at a small flea market, thing like this where you'll pay $50 for a table and you can do $500 to $1,000 in business on a night. But you'll pay $1,000 or $1,200 for a table at a big show, and you might travel across country and you end up breaking even, or it's just it makes doing a show that's bigger and further away a lot less attractive for a smaller vendor like myself. But want to get out there and promote, so we have to.
Well, I think this is a great idea, and you're killing it. I would buy every one of these shirts, even if I was at a con, but that costs a lot.
Right. Well, be sure to send them all to maskmasters.com.
Maskmasters.
And dumpsterware.com is my T-shirt site in particular, but all the sites link together, or both sites,
right.
so you can get to either one.
Right.
Tell us the story behind the Mouse of 1,000 Corpses.
Oh yeah, I used to live down in Orlando. I love to poke fun at the mouse. The first Orlando parody I did was Clockwork Orlando, and that's when Malcolm McDowell came down to do a horror show. And while I was at that show, I just got the idea for Mouse of 1,000 Corpses. And ironically, I've been able to take these to the Disney, on Disney property out of the Dolphin Hotel, and sold them to people there. It's just a lot of fun. And I always tell them if they get their picture taken with the Mouse of 1,000 Corpses in front of the castle, I'll send them a free shirt.
That is epic. That is very cool. I might end up doing that, but it's great to meet you again. And this is Maskmasters?
Maskmasters.com.
Maskmasters.com. Matt back here for WGTR at the Wheaton, Illinois, all-night flea market. And we have a guy here that is not really this tall. He is on roller skates and he's and he has some interesting books and flavored drinks, I believe, over there.
Yes.
And, what do you got here?
Well, I'm Silver Phoenix Entertainment. We publish comic books and trading cards, which is a lot of fun. One of the two main titles that I have is Mystery Manor Haunted Theater, based off of a real haunted house in Omaha, Nebraska, and Blood Feast, which is based off of the Klaus restaurant in Cicero. We're actually going to be coming up with a new horror house based off of Hawthorne Racetrack. This year we're going to have a haunted house at Hawthorne Racetrack.
Ooh.
You're going to enjoy it. They're going to be zombies and spooky things. We also do educational comic books, Brief History of Oak Park, My Village, and we've given away nearly 10,000 copies for free. And if you also notice, I have some roller derby things, because I'm coming out with a new comic book called Roller Derby Drama, where all derby girls have superpowers. Based off of the actual, based off of the actual Chicago outfit roller derby team.
Very cool.
And if you notice over there, we're even doing a small fundraiser with Roller Derby Drama Soda Pop. They're a limited edition, 24 for each girl. As they sell out, a new girl goes on the bottle.
Oh, nice.
So it's some incredible
stuff.
stuff.
Like a pin-up for soda.
Yes.
Nice.
Also over there are two covers for Whispers from the Void. And here is some of the incredible artwork from Whispers. We have vampires, flesh constructs, ghosts. We also have mad scientists, all working together for the good. In the world of Whispers, all monsters are based off of the 7 deadly sins. Ghosts are envy, mad scientist, pride, so on and so forth. And this mad scientist feels she could work with monsters even though their natures are aberrant for the good of the world. For example, a gun could take life or protect it, depending on who wields it.
Correct.
And that's pretty much the shtick of...
I also like the tarot cards right here.
Oh, yes.
These are all based on...
Tarot.
The art is excellent.
Well, thank you. Well, I'm actually doing readings at the show, so if somebody wants a reading, it's kind of fun. Yeah.
Reading on roller skates.
Yes, reading on roller skates.
Very, wow. Never heard of that.
Yes. So incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. And this is an incredible show, and how can you not love the all-night flea market?
They have it every year, and it seems to get better every year as long as they have guys like you here.
Yes.
Well, you'll never know what you see here.
That's true.
And we gotta protect this guy.
That's one of the best showers I've had in a long time.
Great.
Jake Blues here, and I just had a very cleansing experience with, please. I took a shower with her before I knew her name because that's how I roll.
The insatiably sassy Cindy Vicious.
I couldn't say that because I would start tripping, especially if I was looking at you. I'd be like, the insatiable. So tell me, what is so insatiable about you, other than what I'm looking at?
I just take charge.
You just take.
Yeah.
So she's tough.
Well, when Freak Show's naughty, I just put them in place.
That's right. You're here with Freak Show.
Yes.
Which he's around here somewhere. He's the green guy, not Kermit. He's the other green guy. He's the other green. Let's see. Can you?
There he is.
See?
When I say to hold a hand, you hold a hand.
I think. Yeah, you know, we're on internet TV, so you can say anything you want. So you know what? I think you really need to whack him off. So
He's gonna get whacked at some time.
she's gonna whack that thing and whack it good. All right. So speaking of whacking, we're gonna keep on talking to people and looking at people, and I'm gonna go home and watch this video over and over again. So we'll see you back here in Wheaton, and I recommend if you get a chance to take a shower with her, I recommend it.
Bubble bath.
Boom! JTV. Jake Blues back with you here on WGTV, and we are here with PTVN, Past TV Network. And we're going to find out some more about what they're doing. I think they chase ghosts or talk about paranormal or the past. I think it has something to do with the past and TV, but let's find out for sure. And we are talking to
Brandon Kreitzer.
And tell me, give me the story. Give me the scoop.
Past TV Network actually started out as a paranormal TV network, but it's been diversified. So not only is it paranormal, it's now psychic, and it's also reality shows such as Hell's Kitchen, Fear Factor. It's an array of all kinds of different things. That's PTVN TV. Now PTVN as a website as a whole is the cable box network on the internet. We have 14 networks, so you can change the channel right on the website to 14 different radio and TV networks, which is over 350 some shows per week with all the networks.
Wow.
Well, you have to understand, in 2014, all the bigger networks, A&E, Travel Channel, they're all coming to the internet. I've just beat them a couple of years in advance.
Which is a great thing to do. Get there before it's hot, and you can grow while it's just starting.
Well, let's just put it this way: PTVN has been around for a year and a half. The website, and these are unique hits, have been hit almost 8 million times worldwide.
Wow, that is great. That's amazing. And so you're here, kind of, I don't know, what, looking for people like.
Well, no. The reason why I'm here is one, obviously for the network. Two, I also have a talent agency, so I'm talking to possibly new clients. And three, this is my hometown, Wheaton.
Oh.
I came up here all the way from Tennessee to come home. So
I spent a lot of time in Joliet, but I understand how sometimes you have to come back home. All right, and we're going to come back in just a little bit with a whole lot more from this very interesting Comic-Con here in Wheaton.